Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Today I'm sharing with you my Nightblade bomber build for ESO Gold Road update. I don't see this changing much, so I believe it's going to stay this way into the next patch. This has been the meta build for some while now. I don't really see a lot of changes coming to it because all the functions of it are going to stay the same. But nonetheless, let's get right into it. The most optimal way to play it, in my opinion, is dumping 64 points into Magicka, but you can also dump that 64 into health if you don't feel good with lower HP on your bomber, or if you're not comfortable yet, it will work out for you. You will notice lower damage if you put that into health, but you will also survive more attempts. Next, I want to get into the Mundus stone. We're going to use the Shadow, the best in slot for your bomber. Especially if you're playing a Khajiit like I am, you're going to get a bunch of extra crit damage from the Shadow Mundus, and you're going to get extra crit damage if you are a Khajiit Nightblade. We are a stage 3 vampire. You're going to want this for the Undeath passive, and for the one that gives you extra weapon spell damage when you come out of stealth. We're just going to use a tri-stat food here. You can use the Crown tri-stat. Otherwise, you could use Sugar Skulls. Some people like to play with more recovery, but I like to play with more max resources. It feels fine to me. I don't really notice a huge difference in the sustain, because you're only going to be fighting while you're bombing. You're not going to be in the middle of it when you're not. So, with that in mind, you're going to play that way. Now let's hop into the gear. Nothing's really changed here since I did the last update to this. The only thing I have changed is I switched the Master Sword to a Battle Axe, and that is an optimization if you are playing a Khajiit because you get extra crit damage. Now this exact setup I would say is probably one of the best in slot ways to play your bomber. The only thing you could change is making some of those multi-infected enchantments, which are the tri-stats, into straight Magicka. That's the only way you're going to get better damage out of this build. But it gives me a little extra buffer on my health, and I like that. It does work to help get just very similar damage with minimal changes. I am running 5 light and 2 medium. This is just about the best way I feel I could run this build. I have tried 6 light, 1 medium, or so on and so forth, but this is the way it felt the best to me, and this is where I've left it for at least the last 6 months. You're going to have all of those armor pieces and divines. It's going to buff up your Shadow Mundus. Your rings and jewelry are going to be infused weapon damage enchantments. Master's Battle Axe is going to be Nirnhoned with a weapon damage enchantment. And we have an Inferno Staff of Dark Convergence on the back bar with the decisive trait and a weapon damage enchant there as well. You don't need this weapon damage chant on the back, but you're not going to be proccing this more than likely, so it's not really going to matter. The only thing you're going to do on the back bar is prep for your bomb or heal yourself. So you're not going to be attacking on that bar other than a light attack to build up your ultimate, and that's why we have the decisive enchantment there. You're just going to get extra ultimate while you're light attacking people on the back bar. Light attacks generate ultimate over 9 seconds, so this is really nice to have there. It'll help you get ready for bombs quicker. Next, let's cover our CP here, and we're going to start with the blue tree. Fighting Finesse, extra crit damage. Master at Arms, extra direct damage. Fighting Aura is extra area of effect damage, which will combo with the Master at Arms, so you're going to get a lot of extra damage in your AoEs. And Backstabber for extra crit damage while you're flanking. Now we have all this crit damage stacked. We're over the cap, actually. Once you have all your buffs up and you factor in Backstabber, you will be over the crit cap, which is very nice. In our red tree, we choose Boundless Vitality. This is the flex spot. If you need something else here, you can put it in the Boundless Vitality slot. Siphoning spells. This is a personal preference of mine. I do really love this when I'm bombing. I can waste all my Magicka going into a bomb. As long as I hit it, I'm gonna get it all back. It's a great tool for sustain, especially when we play with a lower sustain build here. Next, we're going to go with Bastion. Bastion is very important right now because damage shields are broken. There's just so many of them. They're very strong. You're going to do 15 extra% damage to anyone with a damage shield active. Very nice. Celerity, if you're not running this, you're wrong. It's one hard CP you have to keep at all times in PvP. Celerity is the GOAT. Now our green tree. This doesn't affect your combat in any way, so you can put what you want here, but I choose these for the optimal experience. Gifted Rider for some extra mount speed. Rationer for some extra duration on my food or drinks. Liquid efficiency, 10% chance not to use a potion. Why not? And Steed's Blessing for extra out of combat movement speed. So when you're running to your next fight in Cyrodiil, you'll be 20% faster. That is the optimal way to play the Nightblade Bomber in ESO for the Gold Road patch. I hope you liked the video. I hope you leave a subscribe or a like, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you all in the next video.